Hey hoes, I'm back. I took a break from this channel and decided after a year I should come back, and there's no better way to do that than with an unpopular K-pop opinions video, so let's get on with it. Also, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, so I'm okay with discussing stuff, but don't come for me. TXT doesn't live up to their hype. Now don't get me wrong, I think they're a very talented group and I don't dislike them, but when they debuted I feel like people made them seem like they were gonna be this outstanding group just because they were from Big Hit, and maybe it's just me, but I never really understood their hype. I gave them a chance and they didn't really click with me. 17 is one of the best K-pop groups. The members of 17 all work so well together and are unproblematic. They only produce bops and their choreography suits them perfectly. They work so hard and they don't get enough recognition, and Pledis mistreats them, which sucks, and they would probably do so much better at a different company. The big three needs to change. When I first got into K-pop, the big three was just something I kinda pushed aside because it was just a known thing. I didn't really care, but as time went on I realized how much groups changed and people wouldn't even discuss it, and whatever's in the big three stays there. But after what has happened with YG and all that, we all know the companies in the big three need to change, and as more K-pop groups emerge and get bigger, they might need to be in the big three in place of an old company. The after-school club hosts are annoying. I frequently find hosts on shows like ISC annoying, and normally I can't pinpoint the reason why, but ever since I started watching ISC, Jimin has always been a host while the other two spots change. Sometimes all the hosts mix really well together, when other times their personalities just don't quite complement each other. At this point I can't watch ISC anymore because the way Jimin acts sometimes when she's hosting just rubs me the wrong way, and I think she's a fine person but I can't stand her hosting attitude. Day 6 deserves more recognition. Every member of Day 6 has so much freaking talent and they really don't have one bad song. I just love all of their music, and I feel like in the K-pop world groups who play with instruments aren't as popular because they don't dance and all that, but if you haven't you should give them a chance, because I thought I wouldn't like groups who play instruments, but now I'm so in love with them. Super M is a cool group, but the idols' main priority should be their original group. I really love Super M, they have good music and I love all the members, but I soon realized that the idols in that group all have original groups that are normally promoting or touring, so all I'm saying is it's easy for SM to overwork their idols, and that Super M promotion should never put the idols in a position where they have to constantly change between groups. The concepts that girl groups debut with are what their fans continue to prefer throughout their career, but they shouldn't get negative feedback for exploring different ones. I'm not sure if this is really an opinion, but whatever, I've just seen in so many videos people talking about how this group is so much better with this or that concept and that they like the group less when they try a new concept, but I always hear it more when it comes to girl groups. Taking a break from K-pop is okay. As a K-pop fan who has taken a few breaks, I just want to say that you all shouldn't feel forced to stay up to date with your favorite groups constantly. Sometimes you need a break to focus more on school or whatever is going on in your life. K-pop should never feel like a chore, and if it starts to, then just step back for a while. It really helps and makes you appreciate your faves even more. BTS worked really hard to get where they are today. People who don't like BTS love to say that they didn't pave the way for K-pop, when we all know they did, and they didn't just get their fame handed to them. They worked hard for years to get where they are today, and I'm not a big fan of their new music, but I won't deny that they made K-pop mainstream in America and deserve the fame they're getting. Lucas seems more comfortable with his position in Wavy. When Lucas first went into NCT I feel like he just went unnoticed. I mean, he had a little bit of attention in some songs, but when they gave him bigger parts in Wavy he really got to show off his talent, which made me very happy. I prefer groups with more members. I really like bigger groups a lot because there's more personalities for me to enjoy, and sadly smaller groups seem to bore me sometimes. It's not that I don't like smaller groups, because I do, it's just I'm more entertained by bigger ones. NCT's group concept seemed cool in the beginning, but it might not end as well as SM hopes. When I got into NCT I thought their group concept was really cool, but then the Dreamies started graduating, and after the Dreamies graduate, if they're not already in a unit, they may get put in NCTU or the Chinese members in Wavy, and then come a whole new group of Dreamies, and eventually there could just end up being way too many NCT members to handle. Anyways, Dream should be a fixed unit. It's okay to have a least favorite member. Normally if you have a favorite member you'll also have a least favorite, but just because they're your least favorite doesn't mean you dislike or hate them, it just means they don't fit the criteria of what you love about your favorite idols. Western collabs aren't always bad. Groups like BTS who have multiple collabs can get old, but there's some like Don't Need Your Love or Shut Up and Dance that are bops and you just can't deny it. JYP doesn't know how to manage groups. Especially their boy groups, they really have so much potential, but JYP doesn't give them music or concepts that appeal to the Korean market like he does with his girl groups. Groups that have foreign members are more appealing to me. I always seem to be more attracted to the foreign members, but I hate when groups only have them to appeal to their country and not because they are talented. MCND has one of the best debuts. Sometimes it'll take a little while for a group to grow on me, but I immediately fell in love with MCND and I have a feeling they're gonna be a very successful group. That's it for this video, but you guys should definitely comment your opinions so we can discuss. Thanks for watching and follow me on my socials in the description.